If there was one thing that watching all these social skills YouTube videos, reading how to win friends and influence people hasn't taught me, it would be how to talk about myself. It's like a conversation would be so directed towards the other person. I'd be so engaged in them. I'd be so interested in them. Talk about their interests, remember their name, and so on and so on and so on. Then when they start to ask me a question, I'll be like, damn, I don't know what to say. I'll be like, oh yeah, I'm just in college at the moment and I'm doing YouTube. Silence, silence. I didn't know what to say next. I didn't know how to make myself be engaging. I didn't know how to tap into my energy. I didn't know how to make my personality shine so people would actually be attracted towards me. I didn't know how to tap into people's emotions so I can influence them better. Here is how to talk about you. I'm gonna go over 4 vital tactics for this war. Now, I'm gonna go over 4 principles with actionable steps so you can take action straight away. Let's get straight into it, boys and girls, if you're watching. So, we are going to start with energy. I'm gonna quote a scientist here, yeah? Mr. Thomas Edison or something. Sorry, I just realized Edison was a light bulb guy. All my scientists out there, just please bear with me. This was Isaac Newton. Energy cannot be destroyed. It can only be transferred. So basically in terms of the vibe you give off. So we all have a vibe. You know when you just see people that are like a good vibe to be around, they have good vibes. We call this energy. Some people will call it aura, but we're just gonna stick to for energy today. When you're around those people that are like a good vibe to be around, you wanna be around them because they're giving off good vibes. And then those vibes attract you, and then you're more likely to be in a good mood. So what I'm saying here is when you're in a good mood, when you're laughing about, when you're really energetic and stuff, your positive energy is going to be transferred to other people. So say we've got John and Stacy here. John is just trying to chat up Stacy. Stacy's like a hot Spanish girl or something. John's from let's say Scotland in the mountains. He's a good lad, John. And John's talking to Stacy, but John's making Stacy laugh. John's smiling. John feels good about himself. So what is happening is John's got this nice positive energy around him, and this is attracting Stacy towards his positive energy, and in essence, making Stacy feel the positive energy as well. Let's use another example. This is Gustavo, and this is Gustava. I don't know if that's a name. Gustavo's just come home from work. He's worked a long shift today. It's been 12 hours, and he's really angry because he's still stuck in the matrix. So Gustavo starts to loll around the house with his head down, not talk to Gustava because he's really annoyed. He's not in a good mood. He's not being his energetic self. So what happens is he's got a bit of a negative energy around him. So again, energy cannot be destroyed. It can only be transferred. So now Gustava is going to start to feel this negative energy. Gustava is going to feel a bit worse than he was before because when people feel bad around you, you're more likely to attract their energy. What we can do is when people are talking to us, when people are asking us questions, we speak with energy and we're always in a positive mood. And I know this sounds crazy, like I'm some sort of Taylor Swift inspirational quote fan. Be positive, just be you, be positive. I don't mean that. I mean like when you're in social situations, show presence, show that you're there, show that like, you can move with emotion, you can move your hands, you can speak like I'm speaking now, like I've got a lot of energy right now. So maybe I might be influencing you. I've got a lot of energy. I've got a lot of passion. When you have energy, when you have passion, when you're positive, when you're smiling, when you're in a good overall mood, this is going to levitate people towards you. So guys, today we're going to talk about how we can make people interested in you, and it's going to be a good video. Yeah. So the first one is energy. You notice how boring as fuck that is. No one wants to listen to me if I'm like a plain old cardboard box. It doesn't have any emotion. That's boring. Next. And I also work in an ice cream shop, so I'm always like smiling. I don't know why I'm always smiling. I think just I'm so grateful as well. Like, bro, you watching this video, you've got a phone, bruv. You have lots of reasons to smile. So I work in an ice cream shop and I'm always smiling and laughing. And all the customers are always smiling and laughing because I'm smiling and laughing. People reciprocate emotion, so they give back what you give out. The next one is stories. So when someone asks you, how was your day? A generic response would be like, good, thanks. What about you? Good, thanks. What about you? Are you crazy? How was your day? Good, thanks. What about you? Bro, you're not talking shit about your day. How is good, thanks? What about you? Talking about your day. You're like a robot. Good, thanks. How about you? No, 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 no. This is where we start to tell stories. How was your day? I was actually really good, thanks. Went to the gym with my friend Jason. B punched me in the ribs so badly. So basically, we were filming a YouTube video, and then as we went on, we started to spar. He started to teach me the stuff. But it was actually really humbling because I've always used the pads, right? But now he was punching me in the face. It was a different level, and he was only going 10%. But I think we're gonna do some more soon, you know. And then we had some good food after. It was a good productive day. You notice how engaging that was compared to, oh yeah, good thanks. How about you? Or like, I went to the gym and I went home. So we need to tell stories, not the news. So telling stories is what I just did about the boxing story. Telling the news is like, I went to the gym, then I came back home, and then I went out with my friends, and then I watched Kim Kardashian's on the TV. Stories taps into emotions, and when we tap into emotions, people are going to be more attracted towards us. They're going to be more interested because humans are emotional beings. You know those people that are just really good storytellers? You notice how they can just engage so many people? Because they tell stories, because they tap into emotions. So a really good thing you can do in terms of like stories, and this, I'm not talking about like Cinderella went to the ball once upon a time stories, yeah? Stories help people know that they're not alone. So just telling stories about everyday life is gonna resonate with people much more. I was at the traffic lights, I think about 3 weeks ago. I was on my scooter, I was waiting for the light to turn from red to amber to green. And this old lady, she comes along on an old lady bike. She pulls up next to me. I take one glance at her. I was like, okay, I've got to ask her. Do you want to have a race with me, old lady? I didn't say old lady. I said, excuse me, love, would you like to have a race with me? Down the hill, because there was like a massive hill down there. And then she was like, go on then, love, let's do it. So as the lights turned from red to amber to green, I shot off on my scooter, and I was beating her by about like 15 seconds. I was whizzing down the hill. I was whizzing down the hill. And then just near the bottom, she comes down like Sonic the Hedgehog, bruv. She was on her bike. She was like an Olympic athlete. She was like this. She was going down, down. And she smoked me. She beat me. And then she was like, have an amazing day. I said back, oh, you too, you too. And that was just such a nice little wholesome moment. And you notice that story, it was just from going down a hill. It's not like I had to travel the world like Tarzan and swing from 20 million different trees. You can tell stories about anything. So there's this thing called homework for life. Every day I'm saying you have one little significant moment from your day that you can maybe turn into a story when you're at the dinner table, or when you're out with your friends, or when you're on a date, or when you're talking to someone. All you do is have the date and you just write a little thing in there. But say the 7th, it's the 9th today. Free chocolate, came running back after, gave out free value. This is basically me giving someone like a free tester. They come running back and they want more chocolate ice cream in the ice cream shop I work at. Or like me and my brother salsa dancing with my dad laughing. My little brother looking in embarrassment. Bars with the boys. I was wearing a vest that looked like a suicide bomber. Me and Keone went to the gym. I encouraged him to make content. Literally tiny stuff. Then you can make it into a little story. And it's quite a nice gratitude thing to do. So now, conversational menu. Say we're talking to a person in the cafe. She's Colombian and she's asking you about, what do you do for a living? Okay, a very good question. What do you do for a living? A generic answer would be like, just finished A-levels, now doing YouTube. Not much they can feed off on that. Okay, maybe you can talk about A-levels, but again, that's a little bit boring. Maybe you could talk about YouTube, but it's a little bit vague. So they might ask some questions. So you could get into a conversation. But instead, we're going to speak with emotion. So use adjectives. We're going to describe stuff well. And we're going to use prompts so they can feed off of. I finally finished A-levels. Then you can like say, it was dreadful or something. I don't know, whatever you think about it. And tedious. You know what I'm saying? Okay. And then you could also say, building platform where I help the boys and maybe girls with social skills. It's something I take big pride in. Okay, now, this is where the conversational menu comes in. So from here on the conversational menu, so this is what we're gonna have to eat tonight, boys and girls. We've got finally, dreadful, we've got tedious. Then of course we've got A-levels too. Platform, social skills, help, pride. So from this little sentence, it's just a random one I made up. They've got so much to pick off from you because first off, you described A-levels with emotions, finally, dreadful, tedious. They might ask so much more about that. Then you can tell them more about it. You can tell them really how you felt about those A-levels. Platform. What platform? YouTube, TikTok, Instagram? Oh, you do social media content? Awesome. More conversation. Social skills. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. You're so confident. You're so amazing. So I'm getting a bit carried away. Help. Okay, coaching. Loads of stuff you could talk about. Pride. Oh, that's great. You like social skills. Boom, boom, boom. And this is the conversational menu, and they can just pick something to say. So basically, all we're doing is just giving them something to feed off of. You just say the sentence, boom, 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 and then they can pick off. They can maybe pick off this. They can maybe pick off this. They can maybe pick off this. And then the conversation will go well. And they're going to ask you more about yourself, which is nice. It's nice to talk about yourself sometimes. And now the final one, humor. Humor, bruv. Making people laugh. Tapping into their emotions. And this is a very subjective one. I can't really teach you guys humor. You guys kind of have to figure that out yourself. Like, what I think is funny is probably different to you. But something I've done recently is just say what is on my mind. And it's been working like a gem. Like, kind of being unfiltered, but not too much. Like, not really racist, homophobic, sexist. Just like a little bit off the notch. Like, I work in an ice cream shop. Sorry, I think I've told you about a couple of times. And then these girls came in. We were talking about ice cream, of course. And then I think I asked them, if you guys could have a dinner flavored ice cream, what would you have? Oh, sorry, I didn't actually voice crack. I was like, what would you have? If it would it be mashed potatoes and sausages? Would it be lasagna? And they like looked at me like I was some sort of alien, then started laughing. And it was funny, bro, because I just said what's on my mind. And sometimes it won't go well, but if you just look at it as humor is something that is always tested. You think about the comedians, how many different times they had to try these jokes. And I'm not saying I'm a comedian, but I'm starting to learn what works, what doesn't work. Maybe like those pause jokes, you know, those ones with the boys. Or, I don't know, like completely disagreeing with the other person. Or just saying what's on your mind. Because what I'll do, I'll try to film some videos when I'm just speaking to someone. Then I like make them laugh. Because I can't really say it. I just know in the moment. I feel like I know how to make them laugh in the moment, which is just something. So say what's on your mind. Even if it feels scary, just do it. People have more respect for you if you say it with chest. Say it with confidence. And then yeah, they'll be more engaged, they'll be more attracted to you. Okay, if I've got some homework for you guys. Watch Jimmy Carr on Netflix. That guy's hilarious. He's very out of pocket, yeah? He's very out of pocket, but he's funny. Oh yeah, and with humor taps into people's emotions. When people make me laugh, I like them more. I'm more attracted to their energy. It goes back to the personality and energy stuff. But if I could give you an overall step from this, it would be to go out and practice it now. So literally, even if you're in your house, go to your brother, go to your mom, go to your dad, get in a conversation with them, and then try and lay out a conversational menu for them to pick out on. Try speak with energy, try be really present in the conversation. If you want to be more present, spend less time on screens, work out more, eat good food, and be a bit more healthier. I don't know if you're a fatty or not, but that's a good way to be more present. Take action, get on with it, and I'll see you in the next one. Adios.